Okay guys, we have one more candidate before I go and probably search random places such as recycle centers in my hometown for old motherboards because I'm determined to get some sort of unique system. This last one is my first computer, which I think works. I don't actually remember. I believe it's a Coppermine Pentium III, slot 1 bus, 256 megabytes of SDRAM. I've never connected this type of a graphics card to it. It's always had a GeForce 3 connected to it. Who knows what'll happen. And I cannot for the life of me remember where the front panel diagram is, which I need to see to know which pins to short to power the motherboard on. You can even see they actually thought about putting integrated audio. Ow! My arm slipped. This is an official Intel Foxconn desktop board. One heck of a system back in its day. It actually, this Sound Blaster Live right here came in this computer. So, now where is that diagram? I know that there's either one on the board or I'm stupid and I looked it up when I connected this board. So I really don't know. I'm just not sure where it is. Okay, I'll keep looking. Probably look it up, actually, but... Okay, guys, I'm feeling pretty confident. There's an orange light right there. This could be our first success of the day. I don't think it likes our graphics card. This is really that, That worked. Let's try this again. Okay, so graphics card doesn't seem to function. Let's try a different one. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you that from what I know about this graphics card from my past experiences, it's probably gonna do something very, very emotional, to say the least, when it comes on. I got double A's. Oh. There's some video corruption, but not much. Wow. I think that CMOS battery may even be healthy, because it posted right off the bat. But we both know that graphics card doesn't work very well, so... Yeah, well, fair enough. This thing could be of some use, but it needs to have a working graphics card. That's the only issue. All right, guys. So I put the Quadro FX back in, and to my absolute amazement, It actually is working now. Now I know this motherboard does not offer any real way to get into the setup aside from having physical access to the case. So let's flip this jumper and get into setup. And don't worry, I'm not just being stupid. I know this is how you do it, because I've done it plenty of times before. I'm going to run a memory test on this machine and see if anything's wrong with the memory. Because this machine had problems, I remember. But if it doesn't end up having any problems, I might just put it in this computer, because I know there's something wrong with that motherboard. Jumping the wrong 2 pins. At least nothing went bang. There we go. Okay, never mind, that was great. I was like, I think we've lost control. Intel Pentium III at 733 megahertz. And there you go, processor serial number disabled. We all know why that is. And this is a real Phoenix BIOS, but it's unbranded for some reason on an Intel board. Wow! So maybe I was wrong about that CMOS battery. I don't know if I actually said it, but I thought about saying I think it's totally dead. How about that? It is nearly right on the second. Well, I mean, it's an hour and 10 minutes off, but 15 minutes off. But the reason it's an hour off is because we just switched daylight savings time. That really isn't bad. I cannot believe that. The date is right and everything, and this motherboard has been sitting on the shelf for at least 2 years. At least 2 years. Actually, go ahead and disable that. Allows BIOS to scan the flash ROM for user binaries. That's very interesting. Alright. So this computer could be worth something. I don't have a real reason to have another Pentium III, and I have 2 of them over there, a Dell Dimension 4100 and a Dimension L667R. One of them is running Windows XP and is not a very good system. The other one is running Windows 98 and is an okay system. And interestingly enough, you were probably thinking of them backwards. The Dimension 4100 is running XP and is super slow. And that one's running 98 and is super fast, even though it only has 64 megs of RAM and the Dimension has 256 megs. I'm going to go ahead and fully install this motherboard in this case, and until I find some other motherboard that I can actually use in this case, because I want to have some sort of cool old workstation computer is kind of my goal here. So until I can pull that off, this motherboard's going to stay in this case. Alright, so there we go. Alright guys, I'm going to show you the power on now that I've got everything assembled. I don't even have the back door on right now, but I can't actually plug in the USB connectors. There's nowhere to do it on this motherboard. So, yeah, alright, it's a 20 gig Maxtor. I just wanted something a little more authentic than this 120 gig over here. I didn't plug it in. Fail. Alright. That is not a quiet hard drive, alright. And now we have a graphics card problem again. Not sure what's up with that. Why does that keep happening? Okay, so since, as UXW Bill would put it, there was a lot of crud in the AGP slot, I went ahead and I blew out the AGP slot with a can of compressed junk. I don't think it's actually just air. But, yeah, so let's see if it works now. And we still have no picture. What's this thing's deal? I mean, really, it was working fine earlier. I'm not crazy, right? Try this other video port. Watch it be something dumb like the power connector. Okay, it was just the video port. Okay. We have a Stop 7B inaccessible boot device. This thing has Windows 2000 Professional on it. So, whatever, right? I really don't care about this Windows installation. I don't know what to expect from it. It could have been broken because of me messing around and not just from plugging it into a different computer, so I really don't know. But I did seem to connect the hard drive indicator on improperly, and that makes me very angry. So I have to fix that. But for real this time. Show if the optical drive is working. For real this time, though, I think it's time that I quit messing with this thing or something, because this is getting out of hand. Well, in all honesty, to prove a point. What is that point?
You don't smell funny. You smell bad. Alright, give me those scissors. I don't like you. Alright, let's see what's in here. Okay. So.
Now, what point is that? Well, I'm playing back YouTube on a computer from 1999. And just in case you thought I was messing with you, let me see if I can actually figure out how to show my system information. How do you show your system information? Or can you? That'd be an even better question. It honestly wouldn't surprise me if you couldn't actually do so. I mean, you saw me build the thing, I suppose, but still. Most everything is done from command line in this Linux distro. This is Vector Linux Lite version 7. Runs really swell on this computer. I could not believe how smoothly it ran when it installed. I was like, this thing took over an hour to install. Who knows what it'll do? But, in all honesty, it runs great. And with no extra drivers installed, which, I mean, I guess maybe that was just good part choice on my part, because I picked a generic Linksys NIC, a standard Sound Blaster Live, and an Nvidia Quadro FX. So, nothing real special. Now, I'm going to finish watching this 4-minute video and go right off to bed, so, I mean, yeah. So, frankly, this Linux distro is awesome for this computer, although I did find out I can build a dirt cheap computer for like 30 bucks by buying my own Socket A motherboard and new Socket A Athlon XP processor, considering I have everything else I need right here at home. And I mean, like, yeah, there are better options with just, you know, buying new parts, but why buy new parts when you're so interested in old stuff, right? Plus, I just built a giant gaming PC. I want to spend as little as possible on this project. I don't know what this project even is, but having fun with it. Anyway, for real this time, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.